Learning objectives. After learning this module, you will be able to understand the term migration, classify the types of migration, explain the consequences of the migration. Types of migration. Migration is the movement of the people from one place to another by the intention of permanent or temporary settlement at the new location. The first census of India was conducted in 1872 and the migration was recorded, while the first complete census was recorded in 1881. The basis of migration enumeration. Place of birth. The place of birth of the migrant is different from the place of enumeration. Then it will be called lifetime migrant. Place of resident. If the place of the last residence of the migrant is different from the place of enumeration known by the last residence, then the migrant will be known by the place of the last residence. Indian diaspora. It consists of the information about the Indian migration to different parts of the world. Emigration to British, Dutch and French colonies. The British Empire encouraged the Indian with the false promises and made them migrate to the other countries mentioned in the table to work as plantation workers. Emigration to West Asia. The migration of Indian people to the mentioned countries, and the trend still continues as India's semi-skilled and skilled labor in the wake of the oil boom in West Asia. Emigration to developed countries. Under this system, number of people migrated to USA, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Germany. Most of the people of this migration was comprised professionals like doctors, engineers, software engineers, management consultants, financial experts, media persons. Streams of migration. Internal migration. When the place of the departure and the place of the destination are within the country, it has 4 streams. A. Rural to rural, RR. B. Rural to urban, RU. C. Urban to urban, UU. D. Urban to rural, UR. International migration. When the destination is out of the country and the immigrants are from the other countries. The given data in the table represent the international migration in 2001. Causes of migration. Spatial variation in migration. Emigration from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and immigration to Maharashtra, Delhi, Gujarat and Haryana. Maharashtra is at the first place in immigration with 2.3 million net immigrants. Among the urban agglomeration, UA, Greater Mumbai received the highest number of migrants. The reason behind the migration from rural to urban areas in India. Poverty. Because high population pressure on the land, lack of basic infrastructural facilities, lack of healthcare facilities, and education. Natural disaster such as flood, drought, cyclonic storms, earthquake, and tsunami. Local conflicts and war are also reason behind the migration. All these factors come under the push factors because these factors force the people to leave their place of birth and residence. Reasons that behind the movement of people from rural areas to city. Better work opportunities. and relatively better and higher wages, better opportunities for education, better health facilities, and sources of entertainment. These given factors come under the category of pull factors, as these factors attract the people from different places. The given figures are showing the data of migration and the variation in migration by the last residents with duration 0 to 9 years, India 2001, of males and females. Consequences of migration. The migration leads to both positive and the negative consequences. Economic consequences. Positive consequences. Remittance sent from the international migrant is the good source of the foreign exchange. That, in turn, plays a major role in the economic development of the country. Negative consequences. It causes overcrowding and formation of slum areas. Demographic consequences. Positive consequences. It leads to redistribution of the population. It leads to the population growth of the city. Negative consequences. Imbalance in the age and the sex ratio as the male population increases in cities. Social consequences. Positive consequences. Migrants lead to social changes. Diffusion of new ideas and technologies. Intermixing of different cultures. Negative consequences. Leads to anonymity, which in turn create the social vacuum and sense of dejection. Environmental consequences. Only the negative consequences are being seen under this section, such as overcrowding and pressure on existing sources and infrastructure, unplanned growth, overexploitation of natural resources, the problem of disposal of sewage and management of solid wastes. Other consequences: change in women's status, male selective migration in rural areas. Women migration leads to autonomy but causes vulnerability to problems. Loss of skilled persons in rural areas. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned in this module. Migration is the movement of the peoples from one place to another by the intention of permanent or temporary settlement at the new location. Indian diaspora consists of the information about the Indian migration to different parts of the world. Internal migration has 4 streams. A. Rural to rural, RR. B. Rural to urban, RU. C. Urban to urban, UU. D. Urban to rural, UR. The push and the pull factors are the reasons behind the migration. The migration leads to both positive and the negative consequences.